do it?
Go ahead. Right? I did. I was like, wow, that's what the little click, the thing is for the movie. But like, I had no idea. I had no idea.
Saying this is hot.
This is hot. It's live.
Yeah,
we're rolling. Sync it up.
You eat breakfast today?
Kinda. I had leftovers
for breakfast.
Yes,
that's champion move.
Some pasta and Alfredo, or Alfredo with some broccoli.
I went by Popeyes before I got on the train.
Ooh, okay.
They got like a strip deal. Like, here's the thing about those things, right? So you get I get like the three strips, right? That's like the deal. And like just 3 strips.
Right.
I'm like, all right, perfect. But they always throw a biscuit in there.
Yes.
And then they always throw more chicken strips in there.
They make you try to get more. It's like, no,
they throw you more chicken strips in there, and then they give you that one little sauce. So it's like they don't care about losing money on chicken. It's like they pushing the sauces or something.
Yeah, because they do get stingy with the sauce. Cookouts like that.
Cookout will give you the sauces. Cookout will give you sauces, and then they won't charge.
Some of them will though. I have been to some.
I don't want to even talk about that because I don't want to go back down there and have that be the situation because you jinxed it.
I feel they do get stingy on the sauces. Maybe it's with the packaging, but before we get
Popeyes, those chicken strips are big too. They're huge.
I have not seen a Popeyes chicken strips in years.
They're pretty big.
The nuggets were pretty big. Meaty, a little bit of fat too, which was a nice good ratio.
The chicken strips are pretty big. And what I do is always save the last one to make like a sandwich with the biscuit.
Oh.
Because for some reason Popeyes just don't give a fuck about having breakfast options.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Negro Jump podcast. Today we have a very funny guest, Napoleon Emil. Napoleon Emil. Very funny guy.
Thank you for having me.
Very funny guy. No problem, man.
I've been avoiding this show for how long?
About 2 years since the start of it. You definitely did ask as just small talk whenever I was around.
I asked because I was drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Still considerate. I was like, I appreciate that he even asked that.
Hey man, I love to do your show.
Like, come on,
and
man.
You walk away.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we know how this goes. Like, yeah. But met you up here in New York City, comedy scene. I knew of you before I even moved up here.
That's insane.
I knew of your victory for New York's funniest
March Madness.
March Madness, excuse me. March Madness, which is a big competition in New York. How many comedians did you beat?
Well, you only do like half the bracket until you get to the champion. So there were 64 comics in total, including myself in it. But like, you know, it's 32 and 32, and you.
That's still a lot because they do like the round breakdowns of like they want like one-liners or like you got like 1 minute.
It starts off with 1 minute.
1 minute,
so it's like, you know, you can't do longer than a minute, and then it's 2 minutes, and then you have like 5, and then it's like 10, and so forth and so forth.
Got you.
Yeah.
But it was that contest going on. I think I had just started in comedy, or like I was actually taking it seriously, paying attention to people. Got connected with people, Gordon Baker-Bone and Sam Evans.
Yeah.
I was following both of them. I was like, damn, they both of them in the contest.
Yeah,
like,
they went against each other too.
I was like, I bet it's gonna be tough.
It was a tough one. That year, it was a lot of hitters in it. A lot. Like, I don't know. People were like, I don't know. A lot of people did not have me as the favorite in the first round, which. Like, I didn't really pay attention that much until, like, right before somebody was like, oh, I got so-and-so beating you. I was just like, damn, all right.
Jesus, see your face?
Yeah. they were like, the crap, people love her. I was like, damn.
I'm like, no faith in her, homie?
I was like, you must have only seen me bomb. I was like, what the
fuck? Damn. So you had that stacked up against you.
Yeah, man.
Knowing who you going against, you like your peers, your classmates.
I don't know, man. I feel like I was kind of just happy to just to be involved, and I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like, I didn't like audition for it, but I wound up getting pushed in from like the booking staff up there at Caroline's put me in it, which was like, a lot of love. So shout out to Carolyn Gittimer at the time. She was working in there, got me in there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't have a lot in my mind going into it. Like I wasn't like stressed about it. I wasn't like prepping for it.
I mean, that seems like your whole approach from what I see. When you perform, it's like I got my jokes, know how to perform them, and then you just go from there. Just basics, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I try not to fill my head up with so much stuff, like, because that stuff just adds anxiety to it, man. And it's like I try to maintain an actual level of having fun with it. So it's like going into that, they give you like, oh, you got a minute to tell a joke, and I'm like, I'm going up there thinking like, what should I tell? Like even when I went first, and I was like, I want to tell what's the shortest joke I got, and I was like, oh, that's too short. This one's good. Boom, and then I just said it, and it got like a probably a big laugh out of that night, which is like so many comics in the room, plus the comics who were just attending to watch, plus the audience that's there. So like I came out of that. Booking a few shows from that first round alone, and then the narrative changed. Everybody was like, "Yo, we got you as the winner. We got you as the favorite."
Wow, change up quick. Wow, but I definitely I seen the results from North Carolina.
That's crazy.
So like once it happened, they were like, "Congratulations to Napoleon Emil." I'm like, wait, hold on, who? First of all, like, all right, who is this guy? And he also beat out Sam and all these other comedians. Like that I don't know about. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like that's dope. And I think I was about 2 years away from actually coming up here because it was going to be 2020 that I wanted to actually move to New York and figure out the whole comedy thing, but came up earlier. Y'all already know this story.
I feel like I feel like a lot of y'all came up like maybe that year.
It was like 2018, then so on. That's when like the wave really came. Yeah,
y'all all came up like kind of like that summer. A lot of NC guys came up here.
Yeah, definitely not planned, but definitely just came up deep randomly. But I've always said what's up. Definitely reached out to you, reached out to me.
Yeah, man, we kept the rapport.
Definitely, just kept it mutual. You definitely kept me like looking at you and how you move around the certain people you like roll with. I'm like, all right, so there's so many different ways to go about doing this. Andre Thompson told me that. He was like, dog, like don't even trip, you're just doing your own thing. That's
man.
it.
I feel like there'll be times like, especially in comedy, when like I'm a little bit more curious when you said people who I roll with. I'm like, who do I roll with? But I feel like a lot of times we're like, in our mind, we're by ourselves. So it's like, you see people at this show, at this mic, at this club.
Or maybe not roll with, maybe just like.
Well, I'm saying just over time it becomes like people you roll with because
got you.
You get booked on certain shows, you'll see familiar faces, and those will change up season to season. Like, okay, I'm seeing this person a lot. I'm booked on shows with this person. Now I'm booked on shows with this person a lot. Or me and these few guys always wind up here at the end of the night. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
right.
You get that, and then and then you have your beefs, your falling out, your dramas, I don't fuck with this dude, I don't fuck with her, I don't fuck with him.
Yeah, life
you know
stuff.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you get all of that shit, and then you come back, you know what I'm saying? You see each other enough, you're just like, that shit was bullshit. That was when we was open mic, and that was when we were 2 years in, and then eventually it's like, it's just a bunch of colleagues. You know a lot of people you're around, especially if you've been consistent, and you know what I'm saying?
Definitely
out here not making a bunch of enemies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no need for that, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, it happens, bro. It happens.
I bet. Yeah, you went from people telling you, like, yeah, I got you losing first round to, like, all right, you winning the whole thing. Like,
bro, I feel like my first few years was always very unnecessary underdog energy.
Oh.
Because I was like doing well, and people were like, who is this guy? Like, let's see what he does. I was like, I just showed y'all. I kept getting a lot of that. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't, they weren't like picking, like, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I did a few things that got me good momentum in comedy. That definitely helped out early on. That definitely, I kept building off of that. And then, over the years, and you build relationships and you build up a resume.
Right.
You turn around like, oh shit, I did
a
few things.
Yeah, that trips me out. Yeah.
It's like the longer you're in it, the more that list adds up. Especially living in this city, man. I feel like there's so many like festivals that happen in New York that are like, smaller boutique festivals.
Very specific,
You'll wind up,
niche.
Yeah, you don't even know you're in a festival. You're just like, oh, I'm at this one show. They're like, yeah, this is a part of the. This is part of the backyard fest. I'm like, okay.
I think I heard the most specific one I heard was, I think Asian men for black women, something like that. Like that specific of like interracial.
Asian dudes from the hood festival.
Something like that. Yeah, Filipinos. Yeah. Those guys. But all right.
Asian dudes that sometimes say nigga. But in like a good way.
But that just sounds like somebody not black from New York. Pretty much. Just the team. All right. So while we here, we're on Negro Jump. This is
a show about anime.
And anime centered around
that.
that.
About cartoons yet.
Yeah, then we had to break it up. Like, all right, so everybody doesn't watch this, but somehow it's still popular. So that's the thing. But
what got me into anime? I'm just reading it.
like you can relax, man. Like I warm up to it. Like we're gonna say No Guns Life. That was the one you dropped. And
well, that's not what got me into it.
But you saying that charmed my. I'm like,
I think
wow.
The last time we seen each other, like that's the one I've been watching. But like it started becoming like a background thing I was watching. Like whenever I was because like just letting it kind of just play. But like first season, I was like in it hard. Like so, you know, it's earned its spot as like I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on real quick.
Gotcha. What does it for you with that show? Because I like the overall noir appeal that it has.
I think that's like what I'm mostly attracted to with like a lot of the animes, like kind of like dark noir detective, like investigation, like kind of like, you know, conspiracy energies.
I got one perfect for you.
So he got like the, you know, the revolving head. So aesthetically, I'm like, this is kind of hardcore. He got like the.
He has a gun for a head.
He got like these hard teeth. He's just always smoking a cigarette. He wears like a trench coat.
Very specific brand of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then he has a gun on the back of his hand? Yeah.
He has guns on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he can transform into like a berserker robot gun. Yeah. That shows it's a trip.
He's pretty legit because he'll be in like a fight and then he'll be getting his ass kicked. And he was like, you know, this really means nothing. It's like, oh, you've been playing this whole time?
The whole time.
This really doesn't hurt me at all. I'm like, oh, man.
There's always something about those characters that
dramatic.
They're like, yo, I don't remember my how I got here. I just woke up in an alleyway, nothing but like an ID saying Spike on it. Like that's
who am I?
Yeah, but then he's like the illest dude when it comes to hands. It feels like nobody could beat him no matter how hard they.
This is muscle memory.
He's like, I don't know how I'm doing this either. Like, it's definitely a trip. So, how did you get into anime, or is it something you still just watch casually? If it's there,
I don't know. I feel like I didn't watch a bunch of anime growing up. Like, I watched some things like movies. I wasn't into a lot of the series. I never really got into like Dragon Ball Z or like what's the other one? With the Pokemon. I didn't get into that.
So like the ones that like once they caught it was like fandom immediately.
Yeah, man, I'm such a like anti like from birth.
I feel
like,
that
everybody around me was like in it hard, and I was like talking about it at the bus stop, and I was just like
no interest in it at all.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
I was like. I mean, I think my sister would watch it. Sometimes it would come on with like Sailor Moon and stuff, and I was like, I'm not into it, man. But there were certain things that I watched growing up that kind of like I had seen like Akira, but like I was a kid when I seen that, and like what Graves of the Fireflies, which was like
got you.
So like I did fuck with the film stuff to an extent, but I would say what got me into was like kind of a collective of things. Okay. Like around the time I was like high school, a little bit after I was like getting into like Boondocks, and then like they made the Black Dynamite anime, and I fuck with that. And I had a homie that worked on it that I grew up with. Nice. So like I would kind of champion that, and I think low key like kind of like my I don't know. I just really fucked with a lot of film at one point, so I think like that kind of got me into anime. Just like I guess getting more into like just different foreign films and different genres, and like I definitely had my specifics with it. Like certain things I was like seeking out when I got into like when I would watch like anime, but like a lot of the foreign films and stuff kind of I guess opened that like curiosity in that like realm. But I was definitely into like the films at first. But
Karate flicks did that for me.
I
Like
think
the old school bootleg ones.
yeah, I feel like most like Japanese and Korean like films and stuff like that, like kind of like just watching those storylines and stuff like that, just kind of like seeking out that same thing with the animation, I guess. I think during the pandemic, I kind of like pushed up on it hard. I think
they strong armed the door the door open. Like,
I mean, that's when I started getting into like shows. Like I was watching a couple like of the fighting ones on Netflix.
Okay.
Like I was watching those series, and then I think there was this one show that they did it was like a live action show
Okay.
that they did like an anime like movie for.
What was the name of it?
It was the one with like Anthony Mackie. He's like
They animated something with Anthony Mackie?
it wasn't no it was the movie. It was his character, but it wasn't like him being animated.
Oh, okay. He was the voice.
No, he wasn't the voice. He was in a season 2 of a show. Right, it's very complicated because it's like futuristic. People have like chips, and that's where they're like.
Is that the carbon?
Yeah.
The carbon.
Yeah, that shit.
What is it called? Carbon.
Can we look it up?
That was like the definitely. Yeah, I don't have the
Carbon.
Altered Carbon. That's
yes.
what. Thank you.
So they did like an anime of that one, and I did watch that.
Thank you, producer. It's Harris
Appreciate
at Pattern and Hum Studios. Thank you. Yeah.
How long did you make us play with that?
Okay. All right. He popped up on a few series on Netflix.
Who?
Anthony Mackie. He was in a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, he was. The ones that all. Yeah.
And then a movie
Mary
called.
talked about one.
And then a movie called Synchronic that was really interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
Yeah. How you said the like the way they do storytelling in Asia, Japan, Korea, like how they do their films, like that whole like way of it's a main character and he's like super nice, like
it's stylized in a certain way. It's like old, like I remember watching like Cowboy Bebop. You know what I'm saying? Like at like late on, and like this is like what Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm.
Like after like all the comedy ones, it'd be like I would
that was
just
a different energy too.
Yeah. Like, but I liked it though. It was cool, and there's a lot of episodes of that. I would watch that. Yeah,
that sounds like Adult Swim with the pool. It sounds like around that era.
With the pool.
Yeah, like they're because you know how they do like in between like bumps where like they'll say like some quote or let you know something's going on. They used to just have like footage, like grainy footage of like just a pool. Somebody yelling like all kids get out. Adult Swim is happening now.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
This is back. Like, this is a minute ago, bro. This is like, I would say, early 2000s, mid.
That sounds exactly that time. Because they would, because it took them a while to figure out their schedule. But they would chalk it up with funny, weird stuff.
That's
up
how
front.
I discovered like Flying Lotus was from like Adult Swim.
Thundercat. They would shout out even people that like I found from different animes.
Between the shows, they would show their schedule. Right, it'd be the black screen with the typewriter font.
Right.
And then it'd just be like it'd be a Flying Lotus beat playing. And I remember my homeboy kind of found out because they didn't tell you who it was necessarily, but I remember my homeboy kind of like doing his due diligence, finding out who was behind those, and then it was like, oh, this is this one dude. He's like,
MF Doom was another one.
Yeah,
I didn't know who that guy was at all until Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know who he was. Like the backpack stuff, I did not like the super like lyricist.
They pushed it, yeah.
I did not listen to any of that when I was a kid.
I remember it was weird. I remember one time I was watching like, I want to say it was like MTV2, and it was like I guess they fucked up with like picture.
Okay.
So there was just it it was, remember that show Nature Boys or whatever? It was like
Wild Boys, yeah.
So it was just a
yeah.
clip of them two guys like sitting in a tree, kind of just re-looping that, but it was playing Kick Push in the background. It was the first time I ever heard Kick Push.
What?
Yeah, and I was just like, I thought it was, at first I was like, yo, this is a dope ass intro song. I was like, or an outro song, couldn't tell what was happening.
Right. Wow.
I was like, did they just make this just to be bugged out?
But Adult Swim would do stuff like that.
But that was like the Adult Swim vibe. It was like shit. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Like when they, it was when that Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie was coming out. It was like, yo, this Sunday we're going to premiere it live on Adult Swim, 12:30 p.m.
I love that show.
And then what they do, they had the movie start, and then like once the title screen was done, squeeze it all the way down, minimize it, and then put it in the corner, and then it just had anime playing, and then you would just, I think they would have the track from the movie playing over the anime. They just did something just to fuck with you.
Why would they do shit like that?
Just to fuck with you. That's it. That's all. That's all it is.
Cold-blooded.
I remember once they were talking like directly to the viewers. They were like, "All right, we want to know what y'all want to see for Christmas break." And it was like, "Anime fans, shut up. We've been trying to help y'all for the past few years now. Y'all not helping at all." Because they would just show an Inuyasha marathon. They would just show an Inuyasha marathon like every New Year's or Christmas. So like 4 or 5 movies in a row of a dog guy with a giant sword. yeah, they would.
Yo, they had Afro Samurai on Adult Swim.
They did. Because
my little brother and my older sister were into that like hard.
That definitely introduced a lot of people to it, especially with having Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
star in it. That was dope.
Yeah.
And then RZA scored it.
Yeah,
RZA. That was. You've been watching that Wu-Tang show, right?
Yeah.
That shit is cold.
The scripted one.
Yes. Yeah. The American Saga on Hulu.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised by how much I like that show.
There's certain things I feel like would have taken me out of it, but it's like I gave it patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really had to once you start hearing the guy playing RZA.
See, I mean, some of those guys do a fantastic job. You know what I'm saying? Some of those guys do a fantastic job kind of portraying those not even characters, those icons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's your favorite on the show?
What's the name? The kid from Dope, from Miles Morales.
Oh, damn it. I saw with an H. Shamik Moore.
I was waiting for him to tell me.
My favorite's been the guy that's playing Ghostface. Because he keeps this like look. It's like every time you look up Ghostface on iTunes, it's like a picture of him like 20, like just looking sturdy with a look in his face like, don't, whatever you thinking, don't do it. just don't do
that
it.
Sam Jackson look?
Right. Just that he looks just as calm, but in his head he's like, whatever you thinking, don't do it. That guy transfers that like on screen very well.
Yeah.
Very, very well. Very well.
Raekwon's he's like the voice, the flow, he's like spot on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like they gave him a little prosthetic weight in the second season, but
the clothes are just super baggy. That's something I forget about the 90s is that dudes was pretty slim. It's just the clothes were huge.
Yeah.
They were huge on us.
Yeah.
Like not fitting at all whatsoever. Like jeans, you'll have like a dude my size wearing like 38 jeans, tucking his pants into it. RZA, I think the outfit, one of the scenes RZA had like his hoodie tied around his neck. They were looking wild, wearing a bandana, hood on, and then tied.
They had a lot. They had a lot of layers, a lot of big layers. Mm-hmm. I mean, but it was fly though. That was like the vibe. I remember that shit. Like I remember having like oversized like hockey jerseys with the hoodie underneath.
Yeah,
like stuff like that.
All that stuff came back too.
Yeah, man, it's all in style right now, bro.
All that stuff came back. Yeah, people definitely do look kind of silly though. I ain't even gonna front. It's just they'll have that aesthetic, but then it's not even really working. Like seeing a guy have like velvet pants with like a black puffer.
I think what you're saying is watching a bunch of white people dressed like Wu-Tang throws you off. A lot of hoop earrings and puffer jackets.
A lot of clogs. A lot of unnecessary clogs.
A lot of clogs and baggy cargos.
Yeah, pants hanging off your ass, as my grandmother would say.
They weren't even hanging off. They're just super baggy. That's just like the thing. They're like extra baggy. It's just like, that's it. It's like everybody dressed like TLC now.
Got you. What's on your watch list right now? An anime or show? Like what's something on your watch list?
Like I haven't watched yet.
Yeah, something that you're looking forward to watch, or you might be currently watching.
I feel like I gotta get back into Attack on Giant.
Titan?
The Titan, yeah. I said
You like Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I do like Attack on Titan.
Got you. It definitely lost me. After the first season, I'm like, oh, there's like more to this. And then second, third season, it was a fight to watch it because there's so much going on
It is a lot going on.
Every episode.
Once you realize, like, oh, some of y'all, these niggas just, like, this is a lot. What's happening? Like, who's a bad guy? Who's a good guy? And then it's like a cartoon. So once you put so many characters, you can only do but so many different hairstyles.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't even know who's talking right now.
And then the fact that,
I forgot if he's good or bad.
I think, like, it's sometimes, especially in season 2.
It's super complicated.
It would be a character named Aaron, and Armin all on screen at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, who is who? Who is this guy? They're like, oh, you remember Sasha? We used to train with her. It was like, nah, y'all just introduced her today.
Nah, man, we didn't train with Sasha. We didn't see her shoot at the gym at all.
Nah, never. She was never out there.
There's a few that I like. There was this one I watched. It was on. I thought it was pretty good. It was on. I want to say Amazon.
Okay, Amazon got a good collection.
Inuyashiki.
Let me see it. Never heard of it. What's the premise?
So basically, it's like this like alien like object hits Earth, and it hits these two people who are like kind of outside at the same time, like kind of just strolling around. It's an old guy and a young kid, and like they both get these powers from it. They become like half robot. So they're like kind of like superheroes, but they don't change in how they look. One becomes good, one becomes bad. You know what I'm saying?
It's a movie or a series?
Well, I think they made a movie as well, but it was a series.
Okay.
First.
All right.
But yeah, this old guy, he's like very like, you know, unassuming looking, glasses, shirt, tie, small guy, but you know, he's like electronic, you know what I'm saying? He has parts of it. He's like figuring out what he can do and all of that stuff. He's like,
so like very cyborg, like he's like the personality of a human and the face is still there.
Yeah.
But he's literally computing like every little thought thing.
Basically, he's like a Terminator, but he's like an old man.
Dang, how you stumble upon that? They got a live action too?
Yeah, they have a live action.
I bet that's dope. Oh, this looks hysterical.
That's him and the kid fight, but that's like...
Wow.
This is from the live action, but like that's what it doesn't... He has the same moment in the...
I might have to add that to the list.
Yeah.
Definitely. Dang. All right. So you fuck with the sci-fi stuff heavy.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. Let me see if I can recommend something to you. It's this joint called Monster.
Monster.
It's
Holly Berry?
It's the Japanese one. So complete opposite. Nah, so it's
oh, this looks dark. Where can I watch this on?
You can watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
It's on YouTube dubbed and sub. So the series starts with Dr. named Tenma, very skilled, young, looking to be like head surgeon at this hospital in Germany.
Oh, this is Dr. Strange.
There's no supernatural, there's no powers, there's no nothing.
It just sounds like the setup.
Right. Like, definitely at like watching this one, you're like, this seems familiar, but then it's like going on. It's like, yeah, I don't think I've seen something too much like this, to where his conscience is now starting to get to him because it's like the high is moving up in the hospital. He's seeing how politics is being played with people's lives.
Yeah.
It starts off with him being congratulated about the surgery going successful, but then also him being like in a hallway in the hospital and a woman crying saying that you could have saved my husband. Like, why weren't you operating on him? Like, my husband would probably like. This is within like the first 5 minutes of the show.
So it's like she's mad that he operated on someone else.
On someone else.
Why would that seems like that's too much to put on one person.
And he shows that on his face where he's like,
he was
damn.
like, listen, man, you get mad at that surgeon.
Right. So tries to roll with, credits roll, and you start seeing how his life is. He has a fiance. The fiance is director, his boss's daughter. So like he's about to level up completely if he just keep doing what he's
married
doing.
into the system.
Right.
Yeah.
So like he just keeps going, right? And then one night happens where a kid comes in with a fatal gunshot wound, and then also a government official comes in. I think something is
So the kid wasn't dead.
No, he was in critical condition.
Yeah.
Both were in critical condition, and he decided, I'm gonna save the kid. The director told him specifically, you're gonna operating on him because once you save his life, he'll give us more money to the hospital. His conscience is eating him up. He's flashback to the woman, and then he's like,
saves the kid.
Goes and saves the kid. After that, everything just spirals.
So, does he fight anybody?
It's completely noir detective. Like
This seems dark.
it's very dark.
I'm gonna have to watch it in the light.
But that's episode 1. It's like
I'll watch like animes like that. I'll watch in the dark. Next thing you know, I'm smoking in the house.
no, it definitely has that feel because it's in Germany. They don't shy away.
I was like, when did I pour whiskey?
They don't shy away from anything. Like Nazis get involved. Like at a certain point, like he's definitely an Asian man in Europe. They point that out all the time.
I disagree with Nazis and stuff. That's crazy.
That's great that you speak up about that.
Yeah,
on
man.
This podcast.
Not a lot of people do that. You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying?
You're right. People don't speak up enough. It's like, hey, that still happened.
That shit's still going on, man.
It still happened.
They out here, they crazy.
Why is nobody talking about this right now?
Yeah, because this is an anime podcast too.
Right.
But we is 2 black dudes on it.
This is true. I have seen that is a nice understanding to see translated in animation. We're like, all right, so Nazis are bad across the board with everybody.
Yeah.
How can we make this work for
I mean, listen, anime be doing some wild shit.
some very wild stuff?
I mean, they make the black characters just black.
Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they don't. Like, you ever seen Bleach?
Nah, I think you told me about it though.
Bleach, they do black characters pretty good.
You did tell me about that one.
The only thing is like if you know they're black.
I think Black Dynamite does it really well.
I just consider
Because a black man was the lead animator on that.
I consider that just to be animation.
Ooh, all right,
It doesn't make it any less or any better.
that's fair.
It's just
It just ain't anime. Anime can't be American.
anime comes strictly like from Japan. Now
That's
there
fair.
is an anime written by a black guy with black characters in it on Netflix. That's pretty cool.
What's that one called?
Cannon Busters.
Okay.
That's definitely like a Saturday morning cartoon feel to it, but it still has the violence.
I think I know that one actually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I've always thought like just like summer like kind of manga.
You read manga?
Nah, I just thought that's where they start from. So,
Yeah.
But I thought like you could still consider those anime as well, but just maybe not from like a manga origin.
Is for me, I just go by the definition because I was getting confused too with like
Lupe put me on to that.
it's got you the GOAT, the first first soon come hopefully Lupe Fiasco will be on Negro Jump.
You trying to get him on the podcast?
That would be different, him, because this is we're talking about a middle-aged Lupe Fiasco.
You should get my boy on here, the one that was an animator on Black Dynamite.
What's his name?
Chase.
Chase.
Yeah.
All right. Is he? Was he based at? Did he frequent New York?
I think. I don't know if he's ever lived in New York. I think he's straight L.A. right now. But I mean, he's from Charlotte. He's a North Carolina native.
What's up with the NC talent, man? Like always. I don't want to say on the low, but it's just like wow, like another one. Like
What?
Word? Another guy from North Carolina, like doing something successful, like somewhere in like entertainment.
I mean,
It's a common thing.
I think that you have a lot of. I mean,
also black.
first of all, it's a big city,
Also
right?
black
When you
too.
have a big city, you're gonna get a lot of different people that come out of that city. It's a big city, and I think artists live in all of us. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good talent that come out of North Carolina in general. Charlotte, is just one particular place in that bigger state. But like, I don't know, man. It's not like we're the majority. You know what I'm saying? Of the people we go to school with who are seeking out other than the normalcy of day to day type of like career path. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, you know, we all have our hang-ups and trials and with all that type of stuff. And I don't know, some people I think just get fed up with the regular shit enough that they're like, let me go and focus and put these hours into this, into what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me go figure something else out.
And yeah, man, I feel like you can get that in there. You got a lot of good artists, creative people that come out of this city, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's not a lot of... during the pandemic, people work from home, so that changes like the scope of things and the layout of things. But I feel like there's not a lot of like opportunity, you know what I'm saying, in Charlotte to kind of like you can do all these art, creative like types of jobs in Charlotte and the Carolinas. Like they exist. You can be a writer, you can be a comedian, an actor, you can be a
used to have a film
dancer.
There.
Yeah, they got rid of that. You know what I'm saying, which made a lot of people really just be like, all right, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at least you could do something that felt closer to what you were like trying to achieve versus like having to like, you know, wash dishes or serve and take orders and stuff. Like those are jobs that a lot of us do, you know, regardless, but like that kind of gave it like, okay, man, the industry is right here. The industry is right in my town. The industry is, you know, is right here in this state. It's get toable. But, you know, once that ended, I feel like it only kind of jump-started people's need to like immediately just... Me, I knew where I wanted to do with it, with comedy, and I knew that my family's from New York, so it was easy to like relocate here.
Same.
But yeah, man, potential-wise, I knew that I wanted to get shaped in this arena, in this crowd. More so getting shaped too much back home.
Gotcha.
I love where I'm from. It's the narration of most of my comedy. But, you know, my way of getting it out was shaped here. And I feel like a lot of artists, your options are, you know, Atlanta, New York, LA, Chicago.
Atlanta's definitely one now.
Yeah, I mean, that's also very close, and a lot of these creative outlets exist in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So, like Adult Swim is in Atlanta.
It sure is.
Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. You got a great stand-up scene out there.
Yeah, it's only getting bigger.
A lot of colleges in that area. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's a lot of work to be done.
Nice. Well, damn. Anything else on your chest you want to talk
I don't know. Did we get through with this list? What else was on here?
But yeah,
did we talk about enough anime?
You should talk. You should definitely check out Monster. I'm trying to think of what think of what else. What are some other things that you watch?
I want to look. I want to look for. I want to look for this guy.
The animator.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe he's not on. I don't see his stuff right now. But what else have I been watching? I've been watching a few things. I told you like I watched Berserk. I watched the trilogy. That
messed me up for like
it's a mess up type of show.
Especially after watching the third movie. Like I haven't seen any Berserk, and then I saw those movies. I'm like, oh, this is like a good way to break into it. And then it like the first two, I'm like, all right, this anime is fantasy. Like, all right, cool. But then the third one, you're like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah, man, that was bizarre, bro. That was an acid trip.
Yo, what is going on? Like, it's make you remember like the second movie where they were fighting Oz, and when Oz seen he had the egg around his neck, and he told Guts, he was like, yo, you should probably get away from this guy. My man completely shaped. He grows wings and then he hauls ass to get away from him. Like that's how like foreshadow when they were with that. Like it was that trilogy it's a little hardcore. I remember watching this one that was very like post-apocalyptic. Like it was like on some like it was kind of like a spinoff of a Matrix type of like energy. Like there was like these androids that was like chasing these people down. Not
they have these really flat white faces at the end of like this like
God damn it, Ghost in the Shell? Not Ghost.
No, not Ghost in the Shell.
White flat faces, sci-fi. You said there's robots in it?
Yeah.
Not Ghost in the Shell. You already seen Akira. It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a film.
It's a film. Ah. Yeah, I'm stumped on that one right there.
I'm trying to remember.
Metropolis?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I haven't even seen that one.
Ghost in the Shell, there's so many of those.
Because they got the official movie, and then I think it's like 2 or 3 different anime series. And then they did the live action with, what's the name? Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Everybody hated that. They
Yeah.
got.
No.
What is that? What's that one?
Their like bodies are like robotic.
Okay.
This one was a good one.
King and Ashura?
Yeah, King and Asha. I did like that one.
What about Baki?
I like Baki too. I like
okay.
Baki, but that one also began to be like too. Like, people were getting murdered, and then they'd be in the next episode.
Oh, Baki?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was like, he just broke his neck, and they were like, this is a sad day. And then he'd be like back with like just like a bandage around his neck. He'd be like, I'm back to fight. I'm like, how are you walking?
The first season of it, when they're like, all right, these are the fighters, is on site like in Tokyo. They're like, cool, and they pull up on a dude like in the middle of the street. Like it was the dude Doyle, like he pulled out the razor wire, snatched my man's hand off, and then he punches him with just like the wrist, like his wrist with no hand. Like yeah, that's how the show started on Netflix. But anybody that like didn't see the original series, it's like they immediately just went into like the hardcore violent stuff. But funny enough, there was a TikTok video I did where they took a bunch
You were
of
dancing?
I was not dancing. I was actually sitting down. So this one was like, it was a guy. He was prompting a question. He was like, "Who got it? Just hands." And it's a picture of anime characters in MMA gear. So no shirt, shorts, like the 5-8 ounce gloves, fingerless. You got Goku, Vegeta, Naruto, Sasuke. You got Ippo, a boxer. 2 King and Ashura dudes. Baki's in the mix. With Naruto characters, and I think there's like 2 or 3 other guys. But people lost it when I was like, Baki is taking like all of them. Like he's choking out.
People were like, you were like full of shit. They didn't agree.
They hell no, they didn't, because I was like, yo, the prompt said. I even made another video. I was like, the dude said no powers, straight hands, and the setting is the octagon.
That's his home.
That's it. Like this dude, he's not looking to like be the best or get strong. He's just looking for a good fight.
Yeah.
That's
kind
all
of sick. It's kind of a fetish for him.
It really is. It really.
He'd be like, please, can somebody come fight me?
And he gets it from his dad. Like King and Ashura, I didn't see it. I'm not too big into like the heavy cell shaded anime, but it looks similar, but like different elements.
Somebody could be whooping his ass. He'd be like, this is kind of fun.
Right?
He's like, this is turning me on.
Right?
Like,
the flashback to when he choked his brother out for the champion. He's like, it's all I got left. So if you get out of this, then all right. you won. And he just calmly just like fading out by choking his brother out. And Baki's definitely different. Have you seen any of the latest season?
I feel like I started, but I haven't like. I gotta like restart. I would restart it probably at this point.
It's really good. He shadow boxes Mike Tyson.
Didn't they already have a Mike Tyson character on there?
in the older series, yeah. No, they had Muhammad Ali Jr. But like in the earlier show when like Baki's younger, like a Mike Tyson character pops up. But yeah, he starts out shadow boxing Mike Tyson. It's very.
He's also super diesel. Who's he supposed to be like 19, 20?
He's like 17. He's still in high school.
Yeah, he's like a kid.
Yeah. Just pull up, put his hands up in a white beater, like, what's good?
Mike Tyson.
Well, he was shadow boxing Mike Tyson. I was like, yeah, this show got it.
Yeah,
this show definitely got it right here. But that TikTok, they would lose it. They were like, nah, but Goku's been training since he was a kid. I'm like, Goku has a goal. Like, he's like, oh, like I want to get strong. I like fighting strong people because that makes me stronger. Baki's like, I'm gonna hurt you. Like the most violent way.
One Punch Man's another good one.
I don't know about that because that dude is just dumb strong.
Yeah, that's what, his name is One Punch.
But you take away that one punch ability.
I mean, it says straight hands.
Straight hands.
And his hands are good.
I don't believe it.
You don't think he'd be able to have that one punch effect?
No, because we said take away the powers. So that Baki demon back thing is not a.
So can One Punch Man fight?
That's what I'm saying. Because he clearly throws hands with people, but it's always like a superhero punch like scene. It's never like a actual martial arts style. That's what they were caping for Goku and Vegeta. Like they've been training since they were kids. I'm like, but traditionally and as far as ground and pound, I never seen none of that now.
All right, this looks like you put some thought into this.
Oh, like I gave it a little. I even said my favorites, Luffy and Yusuke, who were on it, who are both just ready for a fight. Like it's not on some they go looking for all the time. It's like when it happens to them, it's like, yeah, we fighting now.
Like, yeah, of course.
But even them, like they not Baki. No, they not doing it with him. Nah.
Yeah, Baki's a street fighter.
Yeah, look what he did to Muhammad Ali Jr. Like beat that nigga dirty.
How like Layla Ali?
Hurt. That would have been interesting if they would have put her in it. But I think the creator probably would have felt uncomfortable drawing a woman doing the same things with
getting beat up. They
got
women getting beat up all the time on that show.
Do they?
I feel like it's happened on that show.
It happened to his mom. I know that. In an earlier show.
I remember thinking of another show.
I got you. Nah, women throw hands in anime, especially now.
Yeah.
Definitely now.
I mean, they got, what was the one with the one when they're in the arena? Which one is that one?
In the arena.
On Netflix. It's like the sport.
Kingen?
Is that in the, yeah.
King and Ashura?
It
was women fighting in that one?
There was women. There was like, there was a they, them fighting in that
what?
one. Yeah.
So progressive, man.
Yeah.
So progressive.
I was like, this shit on it.
So they getting it done. Like, all right. Though. Right.
Inclusion. Everybody fight.
It's like some shows like One Piece or Naruto, they'll show women fighting, but it's like as it progressed on, it's like less and less. They'll have their moments more. Like they won't have them getting like as dirty as they did years ago in the show.
Yeah.
They'll maybe have it to like a side character.
Yeah.
Like they'll make it happen like that. Like One Piece, they had a scene last year where it was a giant woman named Big Mom. Everybody was scared of, and then this guy. This is how wild One Piece is. This guy turned into a brachiosaur, like a whole dinosaur, jumped off a cliff and then headbutted her.
A dinosaur?
A dinosaur. So like the size comparison, the way they did it.
Why didn't they just eat her?
Because she's like a giant. Like she's like the same size as him, essentially. Yeah. As crazy as the show, as successful as One Piece is, they have a hard time keeping like body ratios together to where it's you kind of just throw it out at a certain point. Like, all right, whatever.
So
like,
you whatever size you want to be in this.
That's it. That's it. This scene, you are 10
you a
feet
giant,
tall.
and then now you regular with this nigga.
Exactly. They don't explain nothing. All right, bet.
Am I making your producer uncomfortable with how much I'm saying nigga?
Nah, because Cordero was doing
you
that.
Say it all the time.
Black History over with, dog.
He's like, back on my bullshit. He's gonna go March 1st.
Hey, dog.
Because I can't wait to see Jarrod today.
We gave y'all 28 days.
It's like, I hate leap year. Like, whoa, why? Because it's an election year, because of the Olympics? Nah. Close.
I got my reasons. I got my reasons.
It happens second month of the year. A little too much, a little extra 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa.
Oh man. Hey, look, man, we definitely gonna have you come back if you're down to come. Definitely working with you more with whatever we do.
Yeah, man, we're gonna come back and talk about just the flashback scene from Kill Bill.
That's it. Just that. Just the one that was animated. That was intense, definitely, man. Let them know where they can find you, man, because you're always active doing your thing.
Catch me on Instagram. Napoleon Emil is my tag or my ad. NapoleonEmil. That's Instagram, Twitter, Venmo, Cash App. Please hit me up on all four.
Zelle, Bitcoin.
Give me some Bitcoin if you got it. I don't know shit about I don't know shit about crypto. I used to do a Bitcoin show.
Really?
It was a Bitcoin produced show, like when I first started comedy, back when nobody really knew about that shit. Just people in financial district knew about it. It was like a weekly show they would do. I would do it every once in a while, but yeah.
Did they offer like pamphlets to even try to introduce you?
It was just
like,
basically people that were just into Bitcoin, kind of like people that worked for them and shit like that. It was
Gotcha.
like a show that was like almost like a corporate show.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
But they ain't paid corporately.
What? Nah, that's not right.
No,
Boo.
I was a brand new comic. They was getting over.
Boo.
They were like, so here's what we can give you. I'm like, what? Think of a coin. That's yours right now. I'm like, what? Think of a lot of them. It was like Hook.
If you think of it, it'll be there.
Just imagine
Just
it.
imagine it.
You're rich.
Oh, God. And then you're also on the Showtime show, Flatbush Misdemeanors.
Yeah, I'm on Showtime show Flatbush Misdemeanors. We're doing season 2 right now.
Congrats, man. Nice.
So
nice.
that should be coming out sometime, I'm assuming spring.
And you now have
summer.
a reoccurring character?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm on it again. I'm back on it for season 2. Also going to be in season 2 of that damn Michael Che, which is on HBO Max.
Only premium services.
That's right. And I'm going to be on a show, I think the name is Tumbleweeds. It's a Killer Mike show. I'm not sure what that's on. Maybe Vice,
Okay.
I think.
Everything's
Could be just YouTube. I don't know.
everything's subscription based, high quality. You know.
Listen, it's all content, man. It's all this one. You know what I'm saying?
You want to see my face?
And they go. You gonna hear me? They let me talk in these.
Okay.
Which is nice.
Damn,
you know?
3 different platforms this year.
Yeah, possibly, maybe more. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to move any more furniture. I don't want to push another couch.
Hey, I feel you on
Unless
that.
it's for a homie, I'd still do that.
But
But I'm gonna try to find them somebody else.
first, it's like I just got
Like,
out the game.
man, I gotta be on set. I don't have shit going on. They're like, what are you doing? I can't talk about it.
Oh man, that's
They're like, you know what? You do that, and when you're done, help me with this couch. I'm like, what?
Definitely check out Napoleon. And you have a site to all your show dates.
I
by the time this come out-
gotta get back. I gotta get back. I will be. When does this come out?
This could be like summer, fall.
This
Yes.
episode
Yes,
will come out in the summer or fall.
end of summer, early fall.
End of summer. God damn. Hopefully, catch me at the Grammys, Oscars.
Speak it into existence. Say it.
What else is going to be happening?
Say it.
I'm going to be in that new whatever film that's going to be nominated.
The NBA Hall of Fame. You're doing a correspondence.
Yeah.
All of that stuff.
I'm running. No, I'm not. I'm about to say, God, see me in D.C., but that's going to be passed. Remember when I was in D.C. almost a year ago?
There you go.
That was not even earlier this year. I was in D.C. March 11th, 12th, 13th. I think those are dates. Yeah. But that's not obviously something I can push right now.
Got you.
But
Got you.
I was there according to when this comes out.
Anybody that was at that show
So
or
then-
was in DC,
So these shows I was like that's coming out, they'll probably already be out.
definitely.
Yeah.
And they'll see. They'll
So
see. your
yeah,
face.
I hope you guys watched Flatbush Misdemeanors season 2. I hope you guys watched that damn Michael Che show season 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be coming back for season 3 of those shows. Hopefully.
Absolutely. I've been Jarrod Fortune, Napoleon Emil. This has been Negro.
I'm going to be
Jump.
doing some shows for Labor Day. I'm pretty sure that's coming up.
He is
that
always on the
possibly
show.
happening?
Check his.
When this comes out, Labor Day is going to be next week.
Exactly. And the tickets are almost sold out.
I'm making him push this out the last week of August. That's your deadline. Try to get this out last week of August.
Yeah, have a great day.
Make it make sense.